Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Reki and I'm here with Emily Gavin, my character, and we are still on day 2 in the process of looting garages. And actually one of the things that I want to do before I forget, once I unpause, is have a look at the map and figure out which garages we've been into. So we've been into these garages, but I don't think we did this one. And I don't think we do these? Yeah, we must have done these because these are across the street here. And we found the propane torch. So we're still looking for the fire truck and we are still looking for axes. I don't have a whole lot of hope of finding axes in garages, but you never know. And it certainly doesn't hurt to look. And I just saw a zombie get to his feet over here. Yeah, there he is. Oh, excuse me. Come on, you. Alright. Let's see if there's anybody in the garage. Doesn't look like it. So we're gonna head in. And we'll open this door so we can actually see what we're doing. And so we can run out if anybody approaches us. Hey, look, another propane torch. And some more metal bars. I am collecting metal bars so that we don't have to make them. And the reason we want them is so we can put bars on the windows of the safe house so that zombies can't break in through the windows. And technically, you can actually have a structure that has holes where the windows should go and no actual glazing, which is the term for the glass in the windows. And you can put metal bars over them and leave them open without any glass, and it will still work. But the reason you don't want to do that is, of course, because if you're in a safe house without windows, then weather is going to be an issue for you. You'll be cold and so on and so forth. Grab these nails. So we were very lucky in that we found another propane torch, but it doesn't look like there are any axes of any kind here. And I think we'll go around the block. It looks like we have garages all around the block here. So we'll mark this one as complete. I use the map more to track my progress than to keep track of where things are, because typically I've gotten to a point where I know in general where things are. I don't really get lost anymore, and I have a pretty good sense of how to find my way back home if I do get a little lost. So, oh, there's another zombie here. Oh, and a little bit of lag. That was not good. I'll take these jeans. You never know when you're going to need a good pair of jeans. And there's no propane tanks in any of these backyards. No propane grills, so we're not going to find extra propane tanks. But we did actually, in one of these garages, find some extra propane tanks. Hey, a needle. That's useful. Metal sheets, scrap metal wire. Here's another metal bar. We'll take that. And that looks to be about it. We can always come back for parts later. I'm hearing breathing, which makes me think there's another zombie around that I'm not seeing. This game has a line of sight component to it. And you definitely want to keep that in mind. If there's a zombie behind this tree, I could be looking in this direction and I still won't see him. The only way I'll know that there's a zombie is if this tree begins to shake. And sometimes, thanks to the developers, your mind can actually play tricks on you, and a tree will shake or move, and there won't be anything there because your mind is playing tricks on you. And we have a beautiful Jeep here. Let's have a look. And that's locked. Most of the time when you find these Jeeps, they're gonna be locked. Credit card, twine matches. I was able to get into the passenger seat, no key. So the trunk was locked, but the seats were not. And, oh look, we have a naked zombie over here. She'll probably break out of there very shortly. Let's see if there's anybody behind here. I don't want anybody creeping up on me. It's bad enough that that one is probably going to come through. And they usually come through at the most inopportune time. Yeah, she's not at that window anymore. Where did she go? Yep, I knew she was out. And see, that's what I mean about line of sight. I couldn't see her until I walked into a particular point near the building or around the building. Oh, she's carrying some earbuds. Alright, that takes care of that. And we're starting to tire, and she's starting to get thirsty, so this will probably be the last. There's another generator here. This will probably be the last couple of garages that I will do. We're starting back towards in the direction of the safe house anyway, so boy, lots of generators. That's great. And I don't have generators put as common or anything either. I don't have them listed as rare, but I also don't have them as common. So I'm rather surprised at finding so many of them. But again, we are not going to complain. It's too bad she wasn't carrying any clothing or anything. I wonder if there's anybody else in here. I could go in here really quickly and check for the key to this Jeep. Alright. Oh, we got some sandwich makings. Take that. And salt. Salt is sometimes difficult to find. Free water, we'll take that. Checking to see what's out on the counter. Canned spaghetti and some cleaning liquid. Ooh, an avocado. And an orange and a jalapeno. We'll take those. Yes, I'm going to leave the beer behind because, well, I live in a tavern and there was plenty of beer, so I really don't need more. And it's unfortunate, but it seems like if the key is anywhere, it's going to be upstairs. And I really don't want to go upstairs because I'm betting there's going to be more zombies up there. But we're going to do it anyways. And you will notice that I don't have jump scares on because, to be frank, I jump out of my skin with this game quite often enough. I don't really need that horrible violin going off to let me know that there's something there when I can clearly see that there's something there, and I try to be prepared for something to be there at all times anyway. So darn it, it's looking increasingly like we're not going to find the key to this Jeep, which is frustrating. Let's take these batteries because we're always going to be short on batteries. Yep. All right. Oh, a CD player. That's good. I'll take that. Well, that's... Oh, there's one more room. Ah, a bathroom. We'll take this bandage. We'll take these drugs. drugs, a first aid kit, and another bandage. Okay, so unfortunately there is no sign of the keys. So that means if we want this Jeep at some point in time, we're gonna have to hotwire it. But at least we don't have to. Actually, there's a door here. Where does this door go? Another bathroom. Alright. Although there's something on the floor here. There's a garbage bag. And just junk that somebody left on the floor. Okay. I guess that's where the zombie came out of. She must have been in there getting ready for work or whatever. Alright, so at some point, I'm going to have to come back and hotwire this. So I want to mark this location because I really like little Jeeps. They're good for running around in, and they don't do you much good in terms of carrying space or whatever. They don't carry much in the way of people, so it's not like a vehicle that you want to use if you're going to take a bunch of people raiding on a multiplayer server. But they're neat. Everybody has their thing. I tend to collect vehicles, so. Did I grab these guys? Okay, so the answer to that is no, because this door is still closed. So let's look here. Look, another generator. Wow. I'm glad we're finding so much duct tape. Oh, spare engine parts. We'll just take those. Those are extremely rare. And by the way, just so you know, you can use all of these as weapons. See how they have a damage rating? So all of the actual musical instruments can be used as weapons. It's kind of silly, in my opinion. Not that you can use them as weapons. Obviously, using them as weapons is kind of realistic because you could. They're heavy enough to use as weapons. But it's silly that we can't play them, and it's too bad because that would be fun, I think. Alright, more metal bars. Okay, so I think we have pretty much done all of the garages on this street, around this side of the street. And I don't really feel like going around the corner too much because I think the car is full up. We can leave the corner undone. I'm pretty sure the car is full. And my character is also tired, which is going to make her less effective at just about everything. So I think it's a good time to head back to the safe house and see about getting her some food and some rest and getting the car unloaded. And we had a good day. We got a lot of items that we needed. It's just unfortunate that one of the items that we needed was an axe and we didn't find it. So we'll be out on the street again tomorrow and definitely looking for that fire truck still. Looking for the fire truck and trying to loot garages. It's kind of a slow process, but it's one of the things that you have to do. And if you think about it, it's not a super slow process considering we're in day 2 and we're in a really good position at this point. One of the things that I want to do when we get back to the safe house is actually get bars on our windows. So that'll be terrific if we can manage that. See how it's taking me a lot more hits to actually kill things because she has now gotten tired. So this is why you really don't want to do much while you're tired. But at this point, I also don't want to be running through zombies and leaving them behind for them to gather in greater numbers. It's much better if I can just pick them off one or two at a time, because I'm only one person. Alright, so let's see if this one's still alive. And it is, so let's get out of the way of it until we can clear this one. The developers are calling those zombies fake dead zombies. I don't know whether it's they're actually meant to be victims that were just eaten or what, but oh nope, this one is dead now. Okay. Ugh, this one looks like she's in bad shape. There we go. But she's got a lot of good stuff on her, so we'll just take all this stuff. This one has a map. Sometimes you can get lucky and, oh look, purple underwear. Purple's my favorite color, so we'll just grab that. Sometimes you get lucky and you can find maps that lead you to caches. I didn't realize that that actually happened in this game until recently. There are caches. When you find a map that leads to a cache, you can usually find something under a floorboard in the location that the marks are pointing to. So it doesn't hurt to look at maps, and it also, even if you think you've seen a map for an area, looking at the map a second time or a different map certainly doesn't hurt either. Alright, I think we are going to be pretty clear from here back to the safe house, because I see the black mark that is the repair shop up ahead here on the right. And we had cleared most of this already, and we've passed in and out of this location multiple times, so that respawn technically shouldn't happen. Now, I don't know if that's been changed or not, but there's a setting in the sandbox for how long a cell needs to remain unseen before respawn happens, and since we're traveling pretty much the same routes every day, we are seeing the same streets and things, so conceivably we shouldn't see a lot of respawn. That doesn't mean we won't see zombies at all, because they could be hiding in the woods and then they hear the car go by, so they come out, or they could be in houses and then they free themselves and so they come out of the houses. So there's a lot of reasons why you will still see zombies in areas that aren't supposed to have respawn, and they don't always point to respawn happening. You shouldn't automatically assume that what you've got is respawn going on, because there are plenty of other explanations for why things happen. Respawn is when a zombie appears in a zone, and I have actually seen that happen. You can be standing right there and a zombie can appear. I don't know if that's actually supposed to happen, because technically you're in a location that you have seen, and respawn is technically not supposed to happen in cells that you have seen within a certain amount of time. So that in itself can be a bug, but literally when respawn happens, a zombie just appears out of nowhere. So if you're not 100% sure that a zombie is appearing from out of nowhere, then you don't necessarily want to assume you've got a respawn going on. Alright, let's get this stuff out of her inventory. These metal bars weigh a lot, and this is why I would really like to find a trolley or a shopping cart, because that would make carrying those metal bars around a lot easier, but we're not going to find them. So, alright, it looks like what we've got left behind is the generator, so I'm going to pause this one here, and then we will pick back up in the next episode with putting some bars on the windows, getting her some food and some drink, maybe giving her some vitamins so she's a bit less tired and she can get through the rest of the evening until sleep. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.